When will the court permit the reopening of evidence and when will it refuse permission? The Supreme Court, in its judgment of K.K. Veluswamy versus N. Palaniswamy, reported as 2011 volume 11 Supreme Court cases page 275, had laid down certain tests. In this case, a suit for specific performance of an agreement of sale had been filed by the plaintiff. The trial was at its last stages of final arguments when the defendant filed an application seeking the summoning of the plaintiff for his cross-examination again and also that of an attesting witness. The trial court dismissed this application, which dismissal was upheld by the High Court. The matter reached the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court laid down certain important principles. Firstly, the Supreme Court held that the power to reopen evidence is there under section 151 of the Code of Civil Procedure. However, this power cannot be routinely exercised and is subject to the following conditions. Firstly, the non-applicant party needs to be awarded costs in a case like this. Secondly, this application for reopening of evidence is not to be allowed routinely, but the court must consider if this is necessary in the interest of justice, or is it merely to delay proceedings or fill up a lacuna caused by the negligence of the party which is now seeking to reopen evidence. More importantly, the court has the power of examining as to what evidence is likely to come before the court if the application is to be allowed. The court can look at even before allowing the application. For instance, if it's an electronic recording, the court is duly permitted to hear the recording first and then decide. If the application is subsequently, after being allowed, found to be mischievous or involving fabrication of evidence, or is found to be for delaying the trial, the court has the power to order exemplary costs. Most importantly, the Supreme Court re-emphasized the principle that recording of evidence needs to be continuous